Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. I'm so glad you could join me today. I have a video for you today that is sharing some of the swaps I've received over the last couple of months, and some of them go all the way back to Christmas. But I thought I would share them with you because there's such an eclectic group of cards that I think we can all take some inspiration from them, and they're beautifully done by a lot of people with a lot of talent. And I'll share with you who they are and where they are, and let's just get started. Okay, I'm just going to start bringing them across. This is a swap. Isn't that just the best card? I meet with several demonstrators right here in the Denver metropolitan area, and this is from Kathy Howes, and Kathy is located in Denver proper, over on the west side of town. She's a very talented card maker. I've shown you her swaps before, but isn't that just darling? And our theme for this particular swap was masculine cards. So this was one that I just received from Kathy, and again, thank you, Kathy Howes. Isn't that great? It's just wonderful. Okay, now this is a card that comes from Wanda Johnson, a lady on my team, and Wanda is in Moulton, Alabama, and she did this whale card, and this was a swap that we did at one point that had these colors as the color challenge. And so she created this. It says, "Whale done, my love for you is bigger than the ocean," and it's got this jellyfish, and then this card tucks into the corner and is kind of a fun fold card. And she's got some embossing on the back here and some stamping. And again, that's Wanda Johnson in Moulton, Alabama. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda's on my team. This next one is from Toni Deaton, using those same colors, and she did this geometric pattern. Isn't that just pretty? This card is filled with love, it says, and let's see here, and hugs and happiness and hope from my heart straight to yours. Isn't that sweet? And then Toni almost always puts something on the envelope, and she put this little piece on the envelope. Now, envelopes aren't required when we do swaps, but Toni, she goes by Come Craft With Me, Toni D, and she's Toni Deaton, and she is in Lupton, Michigan. Thank you, Toni. And Toni is in the downline of one of the people on my team, and she almost always participates in the swaps when she can. She does a lovely job. That's wonderful. Thank you, Toni. This next one is actually not part of a swap. This was a card that I got for Thanksgiving, or maybe it was from the swap. I can't remember now. From one of my demonstrators, Lori Lugauer. And Lori is located in Chandler, Arizona. And just look at this card and watch what happens here. This little box folds down, and then it says, "Happy Thanksgiving," and then this part opens up, and it says, "From our family to yours on this day of thanks." And then the whole card stands up, and when you do the folds, it will stay open just like this, so that you get to see all of the parts when it's open and standing. So it looks like this. Isn't that clever? So pretty, done with fall colors. And this was from Lori Lugauer in Chandler, Arizona. Thank you, Lori. This next one is from someone on my team. Lori is on my team as well. This is from Meg Scouron, and she did one of these peony flowers and the ribbon going across the page. Isn't that just pretty? It's just an elegant looking card. And again, this was one where you were using these colors, and it says with deepest sympathy. And Meg is a demonstrator in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And it's a lovely, lovely sympathy card. Very pretty. Thank you, Meg. This one is for a swap that we have done more recently, and this one opens this way. It's just a regular card cut the normal way, and then it's scored right along here. It looks to be about 1.25 inches in that the score is, and then the card opens like this. And the world needs more of you with a thank you on the front, and she's done some embossing. She's used the art floral and some of the little roses. She's got a knot bow on here and rhinestones that it looks like she dyed with the Poppy Parade blend. Isn't that pretty? And I hadn't seen this fold before, and that's Sandy Ship. Sandy is on my team. She's here in the Denver metropolitan area in Littleton, Colorado. And I just love this one. I think that's just a very clever little fold. Okay, this next one is again from Toni Deaton. And this was another swap that we did that involved this art floral. And hers says, sorry, and it opens like this. And then, let's see if I can remember how this works. And then this folds down like this. So it's I'm thinking of you, and then this piece folds up into the circle, and that's part of the mechanism that holds the card closed. Isn't that clever? And she always does something to the envelopes. But this is Toni Deaton in Lupton, Michigan. Thank you, Toni. That's a lovely card. Okay, this next one is from Noreen Brungardt. And Noreen is here in the metropolitan area of Denver. She's in Aurora, and she's quite the colorist. So she's colored in a background of water and sea and sand, and then she's used the shells. Isn't that pretty? It says thank you, and it says in the inside, love you to the beach and back. Very cute. This one is from Noreen Brungardt, and she goes by the name Joy of Cards, and she has a blog and she does YouTube videos under Joy of Cards. So she's one to check out. I'll list all of the information for these people below the video, unless they don't want me to. But I will list them all below. This one is from a lady on my team who's used the hydrangea. And I don't know if you can see that, but she's done something to this flower so that it's got all kinds of shine on it. And it's almost got a raised detail. It's really pretty. The world is better because of you. And then she wrote me a little note inside. It says, you make me smile. And that is from a lady by the name of Leonie Castro. And Leonie always does her envelopes. Isn't that pretty? Leonie Castro, and she's in Panorama City, California. She's one of my California demonstrators. Isn't that just the prettiest card? Thank you, Leonie. Now this one is done by Lucinda Veek Gosden. I've featured her cards before. She always stamps her envelope. And this is one where this flower holds down this piece. It says happy birthday, and then the card opens this way. Very cute, don't you think? I just love it. And it's using some of that great designer series paper and all of these colors and a die cut labels, the little, she always puts such attention to detail. And then this one, again, tucks in behind the flower to close and hold the thing closed. And this is done by Lucinda Veek Gosden. And Lucinda is located in Williamsburg, Virginia. And so if you're in Williamsburg and like her style, she has a very active Facebook page, and then she also has a blog, and she goes by the name Frabjous, Frabjous, Frabjous Cards, and Frabjous means joyful and happy and all of those things, and that's very much the way she makes cards. Again, Lucinda Veek Gosden. The next one I have is from Wanda Williams, again using this Art Floral Suite, and this card has some of the die detail, some embossing, and she's done it in different colors here. Almost everybody has used something in the Poppy Parade line, and Wanda has used Pool Party on hers and Bermuda Bay. Isn't that just gorgeous? Very pretty. And then I think that is from the Ornate Frames. There's all kinds of little label things in that Ornate Frames, and they're just really neat. And then she's put one of these flowers on the inside. And again, that is Wanda Williams, and Wanda is in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I'm on her team. So this is my upline. Again, Wanda Williams in Gastonia, North Carolina. Thank you, Wanda. Now this one is part of the masculine card swap, and it's done completely differently. And it says the stamp set is Game On with Berry Delight DSP in Poppy Parade. Isn't that clever? And the theme was masculine cards. And that was done by Janet Weishut. And Janet is located in the metropolitan area in Arvada, Colorado. And she's part of that demonstrator group that we exchange cards and meet from time to time. Very, very nice. Thank you, Janet. Okay. This one is also from that same group. They're called Kindred Inkers, and this is using that same masculine suite that Kathy's card was the very first one I showed you. And this one is done by Amy Taylor, and Amy goes by the name Just a Little Ink. She does videos, she has a blog, and she's located here in town in Littleton, Colorado. Isn't that just clever? Very nicely done. Thank you, Amy. Now this next one is done by Meg Scouron, again on my team. She's used that ice cream and the sprinkle paper. Isn't that fun? With a great big happy birthday here. This would be a fun one to send a kid. Now watch this card. She's used a little Velcro to hold this closed. This piece lifts up, and she's put some paper here, and there's paper here, and then this piece, which has been embossed, opens this way, and it says happy birthday with sprinkles on top, and then she's got more die cuts on the inside. Isn't that just the cutest card? My goodness, that one's got tons of work in it. Thank you, Meg. Meg is on my team, and she's in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. This next card is one by Lucinda, again, Lucinda Veek Gosden, and she is in Williamsburg, Virginia. And look at this card. It says Forever and Always. And she's got a couple of die cuts, and she's using some of that beautiful paper in that Art Floral suite. And then this one opens up, and watch this. It's got more of that specialty designer series paper. She's got more of the flowers in here. She's got this, actually this is a die cut for love. You are always in my heart. Now, who wouldn't be tickled to death to get this card? And again, Lucinda V. Gosden. And again, she always puts something on her envelopes. And she used a little bit of that specialty designer series paper in the Art Floral Suite. Again, Lucinda V. Gosden in Williamsburg, Virginia, Frabjous Cards. All right, thank you, Lucinda. Now this one is kind of fun for me because this comes from one of my newest demonstrators. This is a card that she put together, and it says thank you, and she wrote me a little note, and it's got more of the ribbon inside, and her name is Carolyn Lubitsky. And Carolyn sent me, I asked for a couple of samples of cards to feature, and she sent me 3 cards, and this one is Sigh, this is not good. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Isn't that just the cutest card? Handmade by Carolyn, it says. And then she put these fan-like items on her envelopes. Just as cute and clever as it can be. Thank you, Carolyn. I really appreciate that. This one is done with the Dragonfly Wishes. Isn't that pretty? Using, looks like Night of Navy and some gold and yellow cardstock. And then look at how bright and cheery that is on the inside. And again, she's used like scalloped scissors, and she put some of, a little bit of stamping, yes she did, on the front, and then put this on the back flap of the card. Isn't that pretty? And let's see, this last one is a Valentine's card. Isn't that just the cutest? And so she's got her dies cut out of designer series paper, and then she's got hearts and the polka dot paper. Isn't that just beautiful? Very, very pretty. And again, she's put this one on the flap, and she's put a few hearts on the front of the envelope. Now, Carolyn is brand new to my team, and she's in Fort Myers, Florida. And so if you're in Fort Myers, Florida, and you'd like to hook up with a demonstrator, I'll put Carolyn's information on the bottom of the video. Thank you, Carolyn. We'll take another look at those in another video when I do more featuring. Let's see, the next one I have is this one, and this wasn't a swap. This was, I recently passed my 5 years with Stampin' Up, and I got this lovely card acknowledging that, and it is from Kathy Howes in North Denver here in town, and she's part of the Kindred Inkers group. But isn't that clever? Look at that beautiful dragonfly. I don't know what she did to get the gossamer looking wings there. I'll have to ask her. But she's got some of those little butterflies. She's got a ladybug, and this pretty stamp here, and then more stamps across the front. Thank you, Kathy. That's just a lovely card. She's the one that also did the suit jacket. So again, a very talented stamper. Now this one is kind of fun also. This one is from another of the new members of my team, and her name is Andrea Budd. And Andrea is in Santa Rosa, California. And she put together this darling card. Isn't that just cute? And thanks for being you, it says. And it's a swap that's a fun fold. Isn't that just darling? So thank you, Andrea. And if you live somewhere near Santa Rosa, California, and you'd like to have Andrea help you, I'm sure she would be thrilled. So that's, and I think that is, well, maybe not the last one. Yes, this is one that I got from Beth Collins, and Beth is on Wanda Johnson's team, and she's also located in E.N. Collins, and Beth is in North Carolina as well. There was one more. This is one in the masculine theme from a demonstrator here in town. She's in Inglewood. Her name is Mary McCannon, and she did this one, sending you an old-fashioned birthday card, very nicely colored in, and straight up, you're the best. Isn't that cute? So that is the last one. Thank you, Mary McCannon in Inglewood, Colorado. So those are some of my lovely swaps that I have gotten this time around. And I'm going to put some of them back out here so you can see them. And I think there's a lot of inspiration and some wonderful ideas on several of these. These are the ones from Carolyn and Lucinda. I'm going to try and keep these envelopes together so I remember. Meg, Amy Taylor, Janet. So there's an awful lot of these lovely swaps here, and they really can be a wonderful source of inspiration on what to do by taking any one of these designs and then making it your way. So that's it for me for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, well, I'd love to be your demonstrator, or you could join my team. And several people have taken advantage of the join offer in February, which is $125 worth of product for $99. And then there's 5 packages of designer series paper that comes along with your starter kit. It's a heck of a deal for joining now, and your first minimum isn't due until the end of June. Give me a call. My information is always listed below the video if you would like to know more about it. And let's see, this is February, so my prize draw for the end of this month is a $60 shopping spree on me out of any of the catalogs. And I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye!